I am your girl, High Priestess, Queen Ty, and we're getting ready to go into our lesson. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. I'm just in a serene, tranquil kind of mood because I was just organizing my area and studying. I have clients that come to me concerning certain areas in their life, and they trust that I'm going to be able to help them achieve their goals. And one area that has really been a challenge, and I've had success with it, but I'm looking for more success as I seek spirit, is those of you that want more money. Those of you that want luck and blessings and financial prosperity, and those of you that gamble. So it is an ongoing time of learning and growing. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that you all can see the gift in me, sometimes beyond what I could see, okay? Because um, this is a different flow than what I'm used to, but it is so much fun, and it's a blessing to be able to create things to help you achieve and acquire wealth. That is amazing. It's amazing. I'm always in awe of when spirit does the phenomenal. I know that I am the vessel that spirit uses, but I'm always in awe because I know I did not do it on my own. I had to seek answers and clarity from spirit, and that is what I always depend on because I can't do this on my own. Like I said, I'm just a vessel. But we're going to get into our teaching tonight. We're talking about sleep, and we're going to be on chapter 9 for those of you that may have the book. That is page 65, and we're going to be talking about balancing your lifestyle. Balancing your lifestyle. I have my lavender incense going, and it's just a great atmosphere in here, and I'm just ready to get right into it. So let us chime in. See, rose quartz, what we had last time. We're gonna do pyrite this time, okay? Since we're talking about money, let's do the sparkly pyrite. And I've been doing some spell work with this pyrite, okay? Cause we gotta get this money, y'all. We got to get this money. We need money to live. We need money to eat. We need money to survive and have a roof over our heads. So, um, we need that. We can all use that. Hey, sis, how you doing? Happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. So we need that money, okay? So I just want to put that vibration in our atmosphere. The main thing is that you check your mindset. Check your mindset when it comes to money. How do you feel about money? You know, just check it. All right, we'll get into that. Maybe I'll do a series on money. I think that would be, oh, yes, I feel that. When we finish the sleep guide, we'll get on a series about money and prosperity and all of that, because we need to kick down those doors, especially when it comes to people that's been in poverty most of their lives. They've seen their parents grow up in poverty, their grandparents, and all of that. I'm feeling that, y'all. I'm going on and on and on. But yes, we'll do that for our next episodes. All right, after we finish this, I think it'll be awesome. Yes, yes, it would. Yes, it would. We're gonna go right into it, okay? Because a lot of us are millionaires, and we're just sitting there on those millions, and we don't know how to unlock and access it. And some people have just been blessed, um, or they do other things to get that wealth. But I want us to get it the right way, and also understand unlock those doors so that not only will we be blessed and prosperous, but our children's children, our grandchildren, our nieces and nephews, if you don't have any children, we want that door to be unlocked. I want to be able to say, when I am an ancestor, say, my family is a family of wealth. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have different problems that I'll be able to guide them through as a spirit guide or ancestor. Just saying, okay? Just saying, spirit. All right. Let's go ahead and chime in. I felt that. All right. That was good. I felt that. That was really, really good. Okay, so chapter 9 it's not too long, but it's longer than what we've been doing. But I think I can get it done in an hour, long as I don't go on a tangent. Okay? Balancing your lifestyle. If you read this far, you will probably have identified the causes of your insomnia and some possible solutions. It's often said that it takes 3 weeks to change a habit. How long it will take you to break your habit of not sleeping, I can't say. It may be sooner than you think, but 3 weeks is a good length of time to get yourself into a new rhythm of life and adopt habits that will help you toward acquiring a new healthy sleep pattern. Finally, here's a checklist of the ground covered so far. I like this, okay? This is what we talked about so far, if you just now joining us. Stop thinking of yourself as insomniac and start seeing yourself as well on the way to good sleep. Okay, in other words, stop saying, oh, I just can't sleep, I got insomnia, blah, 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 blah. Stop thinking of yourself that way. That was the first step, which really blew me out the water. I was like, wow, because it goes with what I always tell y'all. If you change your mindset, you change your life. And I am a living witness, okay? Get a physical checkup if it seems appropriate. Get up at the same time every day. Don't nap during the day or take lie-ins. Go to bed only when you feel sleepy. All right? Notice how you talk to yourself and start rebuilding your beliefs about both your sleep and yourself. That's really good. That is really, really good. Practice letting go of feelings that keep you awake, such as anger and resentment, helping yourself with mental imagery. If you have unresolved problems, make a commitment during the next 3 weeks to finish unfinished business by taking action during the day, and that's in italics, including getting help if you need it. In this part of the book, we'll be looking at ways of making your daytime life more conducive to nighttime sleep, including creating more fulfillment in your life, getting regular non-competitive exercise appropriate to your needs and age, learning to relax or meditate, and to include some relaxation time in your daytime as well as nighttime routine. Making sure you have a healthy diet geared to sleeping well, winding down in the evenings, and preparing yourself for peaceful sleep. I got some plans, okay? When those plans come into place, I want to do um, a YouTube live exercising. Y'all know my number one go-to is walk at home. My goal as a spiritualist, as an encourager, is to help you get rid of the excuses as to why you don't exercise. If you are in a wheelchair, you can exercise. You understand? If you have mobility of just the upper extremities of your body, you can exercise. Okay? If you don't have mobility of the lower extremities of your body, somebody can help you. You know what I'm saying? All of that is no excuses. Okay? Just be grateful for what you can do and do your best. But I want to do a live exercising, doing the walk at home. Again, my mother, which is now my ancestor, she put me on the walk at home with Leslie Sansone, and it changed my life. And I tell anybody, that's my first go-to. Now I've told younger people about it, and they say that's for old people, blah blah blah. Okay, why is that for old people? You're not doing anything. That's for old people. If you want to get technical, you're not doing anything. You're not even moving. So I'm telling you an easy way to start exercising and getting mobility in your body, and you're not doing anything. Don't categorize that. Walking at home, I think that's convenient. And think about when we were going through the pandemic, that so many people were doing everything in their home. But being able to walk in place and do your, I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. It will change your life. You'll see your body tone, you'll lose weight, everything. I was looking at one of my videos, and I'm dropping weight now because I'm changing some things. Well, I was looking at one of my videos when I was actively doing it every day. My mama be in one room, I be in the other. And I was looking at my cheekbones. My face was got a little slimmer, and my cheekbones was really, because I got high cheekbone, I just looked really glowy, and my body was firm. It's, you know what I'm saying? It was amazing. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Try it and see, because y'all know my movement. Beautiful bodies move. You want a beautiful body? Move. Okay? You want a beautiful body? Move. Period. That's the way I see it. Okay? That is the way I see it. All right. Learning to relax or meditate and include some relaxation time in the daytime as well as nighttime routine. Making sure you have a healthy diet geared to sleeping well. Winding down in the evenings and preparing yourself for peaceful sleep. Okay? Being kind to yourself. Leonardo da Vinci said, a well spent day brings happy sleep. Okay? That's good. A well spent day brings happy sleep, which means not saying you're not going to face challenges. You know what a well spent day looks like if you face challenges? Say if you got, and this is life, okay? I'm going to use my life for example. Say you get a phone call, family member in the hospital. Say you get a phone call, somebody had an accident. So say you get a phone call, your sister, your brother, your auntie want to argue, want to fight. Say you get a phone call, you got written up on your job. Just say it's a day where everything just coming up against you, right? It is how you handle the information. Okay? Some stuff you're going to be like, oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? You're going to worry. You're going to stress. But go take a walk. Okay? Do some breathing. Pray. Meditate. Talk to spirit. It's how you handle it. That is what makes it a well-spent day, even when bad stuff comes. All right? But if you in the uproar, you fussing and you fighting and you going on with that energy instead of bringing that positive energy, okay, that's going to change the whole outlook of the atmosphere. You go with the negative energy, your day is not well spent. And I'm learning that because I was one, I gotta tell them my 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. Okay? Or I'll get with the okie doke. I don't do that anymore. First of all, my body don't need the stressors. Okay? If you've been through any kind of chronic disease or going through anything in your body don't need the stressors. If you're older, your body don't need the stressors. Okay? No more than what it that comes to you. We're gonna have stress, y'all. I'm not negating from that. You're gonna have stress. But if you handle it accordingly, especially if you have your direct line to spirit, you'll have a well-spent day. You can look back and say, you know what? My sister called me to cuss me out and I didn't cuss her back. True story. True story. It was in a text, and I mean, she was saying some ugly, ugly stuff. I ain't talked to her since because I'm gonna let spirit deal with her, and spirit is dealing with her ass. And I ignored her and was talking to the other sister that was being shady, but she wasn't cussing me. But that sister, I like she wasn't there. I still have the text, okay? I still have the text. I might read them to y'all one day. Okay, let Spirit give it to me. But if Spirit say don't do it, I won't. But if the energy is there, because somebody may need my story, I will read the text. But it was a well spent day because I didn't let her ignorance, okay, overshadow my light, overshadow my shine, overshadow me as a positive, loving person. Not to say that it didn't hurt my feelings, because it did. I was like, damn, why is you talking to me like, girl, I changed your damn diapers. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't even go there with her. And she was just on my TikTok, snooping around the other day. What you looking for? I'm not bothering you. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Not bothering you. Period. Sis said, yep, I walked at home, dancing to the long versions of One Nation Under a Groove. Listen to these different channels she's suggesting. Atomic Doll and Knee Deep, and that's 20 minutes of non-stop dancing. I'm so happy you brought up dancing. Y'all know I was the club girl. If you love to dance, you'll get lost in dancing. Like she said, you be done dance 20 to 30 minutes. You like, oh, and what you need is 15 minutes a day. Yeah, just 15 minutes a day. And you get that heart rate up. I always told y'all, my mom always said, if you get your heart rate up, you good. And mama would go to the doctor and said, your heart rate, you are strong. Mind you, my mother was a chronic smoker back in the day. And she was an alcoholic, chronic alcoholic. But that woman was something to reckon with, because she knew what to do to get her body moving and grooving. I wanted to say that I'm gonna get back to this with the walk at home. And your body just kind of gets in tune with something you do regularly. I had noticed I was getting a little winded, and I went for a walk. I don't know what that was about, and I went for a walk, or two one day, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm feeling better. It's like my body had to push through something. I'm not a smoker. I shouldn't be getting winded. But if you sit and you eating different types of food, or if you've been sick, your body's going to respond to it, and it's going to ask you for the good things that you were giving it. But if you never give your body good things, you wouldn't know what to give it. Thank goodness. That's why I am so big on being good to yourself and loving on yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't never love on yourself, be good to yourself, you wouldn't know you don't know what the hell to give yourself. You'll just keep going on and on in that negative, this life-threatening, destructive behavior. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. You want to be here a long time, you gotta treat yourself like you want to be here a long time. Okay? So when I get a little off track, my body starts saying, when you gonna walk? If I get a little ache in my body say, you need to stretch. It speaks to me. Okay? If I, feel a little crazy going on in my head or whatever, drink more water. My body speaks to me. What do I mean? My spirit tells me you need to do this, what you were doing before, and stop doing that over there. Period. Okay? So being kind to yourself. What'd you say, sis? The long version of Knee Deep is 15 minutes long. Laugh out loud. You know them old school songs. Yes. Yes. This is bopping and moving. We need that. Okay? Y'all go check that out. You young folk, y'all know nothing about that. You're going to learn today. Okay? All right. So being kind to yourself. Perhaps most importantly at all, now's the time to start treating yourself kindly and practicing self-care. All right. We're often told how important it is to love ourselves. Many insomniacs, it seems, suffer from low self-esteem. Wow. If you never felt really loved or valued, loving yourself, quote unquote, can seem like a tall order, or perhaps like a pat solution without much real meaning. Pat. What it involves is simply respecting and valuing yourself as highly as you would in any other human being and behaving accordingly. Loving yourself is yet another habit that can be cultivated. It may take time and you may need help, perhaps by joining a therapy or assertiveness group. Count us in. Count me in. Look, my friend, a good friend, has been my friend for years. He's like, you my therapist. He get his reading, get his spell work done. He get his insight. He said, you my therapist. One day he kept me on the phone for almost 2.5 hours, and he paid me too. And it was a good session. He was like, I know I done ran up my bill, but I need you. You my therapist, okay? So that was really, really special. And I like how I said assertiveness group. Somebody's going to make you be assertive. Somebody's just going to make you people. A group that's going to hold you accountable. And you got to be able to be open to accountability. If you're not open to accountability, if you don't want nobody to call you on your shit, stay where you at. You don't want to be better. You don't want to have a healthy life. If you got grandchildren and children and you like traveling and doing things, you owe this to yourself. Why not? Okay? Why do all these things and be miserable while you're doing? You can't even travel because you chugging along. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can fix or whatever you can make better for yourself, please do. All right? And I know I sound like a broken record, but I get up at 5. Sometimes I get up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And I sit in my crisscross applesauce in the bed, and I'm like, I am so blessed. And I'm trying not to get emotional. Okay, I am so blessed. I'm 49 years old, and I'm able to move and groove and sit here crisscross applesauce. And I'm able to stretch my body and everything. And I done had children, and I done been through domestic violence, and I done been through cancer. I've been flat on my back. You know, it ain't just like I just popped out. I've been through challenges too. So that's why I can speak so boldly on this, to help other people. You can't come to me with excuses, baby. You can't do it. And also being a caregiver, I've worked with people in wheelchairs, and they've exercised in their wheelchairs and did their marches in their wheelchairs, you know, to recover from a fall or something like that. It can be done, but how bad do you want it? I know I'm preaching tonight, but this is my passion. I want y'all to feel better, look good, feel good, and be happy, period. All right. Meanwhile, simply start by treating yourself as kindly as you would like others to treat you. If you have negative feelings toward yourself, they may well have been implanted there when you were a child. Imagine that you are now giving the care of that child. Talk to it lovingly and appreciate all the good things about it. When you hear the voice of that inner critic in your head, tell it firmly that that is an old program you no longer need. Now, again, I say I was born with confidence. I don't know what my mom did in my belly. I know I don't know much about my dad's side, but I want to help somebody tonight. Say that you may have said, well, nobody really said anything mean to me in the household of me growing up. You know what I'm saying? But when I went to school, I hear this a lot. They picked on me. You know, they talked about the way my hair was, my clothes was, or the way I looked, or something like that. And you will go home and you tell your grandmother, your mother, father, whoever you talk to, and they say, oh, don't worry about them, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And you like, okay. You know why you still have that low self-worth? Because you didn't have anybody to look you square in the eye and say, this is beautiful about you, this is handsome about you, blah, blah, blah. Nobody to really stand up for you or go to the school and say, blah, blah, blah. Okay? I think all kids go through that in some type of way. But you're still dealing with that because you really didn't have that voice at home. Okay? My mother, and I think what made it so powerful Now, my grandmother was just like the provider, get your ass in there, don't be in my damn kitchen. That's how grandma talked to us, okay? Grandma called us bitches and whores and everything. That's just how, but she never called us ugly or anything like that. But the other stuff she could have worked on. But I think what was so powerful for my life was to see my mother that was a chronic alcoholic, when she had that moment where she was sober for maybe a few hours or that day, just to come and visit us and sit us on her lap and look us in the face and say, you are this, you are beautiful, you can be anything you want. That was powerful. And I think Spirit was using my mother at that time. You know what I'm saying? That was very, very beneficial in my life. And me being my older sister myself with the darker children. And mother, she never said, okay, well, your sister like, you know what I'm saying? It was never that. She spoke to us individually, and it carried weight. I know, especially in my life. I can only speak for myself, So that's why I feel like a lot of people are dealing with these negative feelings, even as adults. But you can fix it. It'll take some work, but you need to be around the right people, saying the right things, okay? And being able to be open and take constructive criticism when you need it, okay? Imagine that you are now giving the care of that child. Talk to it lovingly. I'm reading this again. And appreciate all the good things about it. When you hear the voice of that inner critic in your head, tell it firmly that that is an old program you no longer need. Now, let's go into sleep and self-care. Self-care isn't a new concept. However, it has become a lot more popular in the mainstream in recent years, and rightly so. It's a buzzword that you may have seen on social media and in magazines, but it's about more than just looking and feeling good. Put simply, self-care is the act of looking after and nurturing yourself physically, emotionally, and socially, all of which can contribute to an improved night's sleep. Okay? Physical self-care. Physical self-care involves taking care of your body in order to improve your physical wellness. One of the key elements of keeping your body moving and maintaining the energy you need to get through the day is to ensure that you get a good night's best chance for your body to unwind and find deep and restorative sleep. What you choose to eat and drink plays a major role in your physical wellness. This involves making healthy choices about the foods and drinks that will make you feel good and give you the right balance of the energy and nutrition you need. Emotional self-care. Mental health plays an equally important role to physical health, yet it is often overlooked. Okay? Self-care practices involve finding ways to take care of your mind, from managing stress and developing emotional resilience, to learning to meditate and exploring new ideas for creative pursuits. Emotional self-care also involves finding out more about your true self and developing skills such as kindness, compassion, and improved communication to help you cope better with challenging situations at home or work. And when you feel calmer or less stressed during the day, this often translates to a more calm sleep routine. Okay, let's see what Sis said. Unfortunately, many of us, myself included, have had our parents tell us that we aren't crap while growing up. Now that right there makes me want to scream. That is something else I heard. How the hell? Every time I hear that, that breaks my heart. That is a deeper wound. That's, just like I said, what my mother said took root in my life and brought it up. Think about that type of seed. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I get the cussing and may get the crime, but I hate that shit. I hate it. I'm sorry you went through that, sis. I'm so sorry. Woo, okay. Social self-care. Social self-care involves taking care of your life. Ooh, that burns me up. Okay. Woo. Social self-care involves taking care of your life balance and improving your social wellness, how you live, the support systems you have, and how you communicate with other people can all affect you. So too can your work and home life factors such as how you deal with money and time management, focusing on ways to improve your social habits and develop healthy social relationships can boost and rebalance your social self-care needs, allowing for deeper and more nurturing relationships. The more you practice this type of self care, the more it will become second nature, and the happier and healthier you can be in other areas of your life. Okay? So, the next thing we're going to read is getting into the driver's seat. Okay? I'm going to go over that. Now, let me say this. I use, and I posted these pictures on my TikTok. If, for those of you that's into spell work or want, a little boost, this is a skull candle, okay? And this applies with the colors and everything. I had a gold skull candle. And I was going through some things in my mind, with my mama, my relationship. And I did this last year. And so I did spell work with it for my mind. And it got my mind right. I did the herbs, I did the whole ritual, and I wrote on pieces of paper and anointed them with oils and put slits in it, and I stuck those papers down in this skull candle, and it was a gold one, okay, because I wanted to manifest greatness in my mind, and I lit it and put my crystals around and everything, and y'all, it worked. So if you need me for this, I got you, baby. I got you. Whatever it is, love, you want that black is to banish the negative thoughts or whatever. Hey, get in where you fit in. I got you. So getting into the driver's seat. Whatever the cause of your insomnia, if you want to sleep better at night, it's time to get into the driver's seat and decide where you really want to go. What's missing from your life that will give you some real joy or peace of mind. Whatever it is needs to provide a contrast with your daily routine, not more of the same. And that was D. He just texted me. Wow. Okay. Focus, right? Good news. Okay, great. Manifest to him today. Like, what the heck is going on? Okay, whatever it needs to provide a contrast with your daily routine, not more of the same. If you're a rusher around, make time to do something totally unconnected with work. Do you do anything creative? Could you spend more time with your family or less? If you're constantly fulfilling their needs, are you really doing what you want to do? Or have you some unfulfilled dream that your busy lifestyle or those inner voices have so far prevented you from achieving? If so, what first step can you take toward it? That is another thing, okay? Not only, if something's ill in your mind, your spirit, maybe there's something like a void inside. You know what I'm saying? A void inside. Now he's going through the whole spiel. I'm sorry, y'all. He's really just he giving a whole speech. Okay, if there's a void inside, if things you want to do, like I was really thinking today, like, man, I really love being a caregiver. I really love taking care of people. My children are grown or whatever. I still take care of them, but they're grown. They're not the little babies I can throw in the bathtub. And, I had a whole routine for my 4 babies. I missed that, okay? Y'all, I did my taxes today. I had to take my head of household off and put single. Because my baby, okay, made more money than I did last year. You understand? So now I got to reinvent myself as a mother. I got to get over it. They're grown, okay? I got to do things differently. I look back there, there's no car seats. I look at my phone, nobody's telling me, okay, you come pick your child up from daycare. That shit is over. It's just me. And I'm happy about it, but I realized I got to reinvent myself. Okay? Because I enjoy being a mother. And so I started thinking about, okay, there is a void. What do I want to do? Am I going to do this nursing thing or not? So I really have to think about those things. And if it's on you, I'm okay. I'm going to get my damn sleep. But if it's on you and there's something really bothering you, that can affect your sleep as well. Okay? I just wanted to say that. If you're okay, well, okay. If you're the unadventurous type, what could you do over this 3-week period that would be a real challenge? Write a list of possibilities, things you may thought of doing if you only had the confidence. They could include signing on at a self-assertion class. I'm not suggesting that you instantly chuck your job and family and go off to paint in Tahiti like Gauguin. I don't know what the hell that is. Gauguin. I want to go there. Tahiti or Tahiti. I don't know. I want to go there. Where is that? Okay. But we sometimes deny ourselves what we really want by telling ourselves it's possible. Or we find perfectly reasonable excuses for not getting it. Either because the idea of change is threatening, or we've simply got into the habit of self-denial. Include in your list everything you haven't done but would like to do. Now that right there hit me in the heart. You understand? I haven't done that. I mean, it makes me emotional to think about it. Okay. Getting into the driver's seat. Yes. She says, so you sound like a nurturer. Yes. A nurturer. Honey, I will take care of you. You understand? I just want to make sure everybody's okay. That's why I be fussing all the time about being, taking care of yourself, being healthy or whatever. Oh, if you around me, I'm gonna like, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do that? It's just who I am. Because my mother was. My mother was a nurturer. All day, all night. Okay? That's, wow. Include in your list everything you haven't done but would like to do. Be as fantastic as you like. If a journey to the moon comes to mind, write it down. At this stage, simply allow the ideas to flow, and if a critical inner voice jumps in to tell you not to be so silly, thank it and tell it it's your life and you're in charge. Okay, that's the homework. I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm always reading books and writing down notes and how I can make my spell work better, how I can make my group better. I'm always doing that. That's nothing to me. But this for myself, okay, I'm going to do it. Y'all do it too. Okay, we can do this. We got this. When you've written everything you can think of, look at that list as if it had been written by another person whom you are helping. What is really possible? Maybe it's too late to become a prima donna or ballerina, but perhaps you could join a singing or dancing class, either of which will help you to sleep by using your energy in a healthy way. You want to write a novel but feel you're not talented enough? You'll never know until you've written it. You like a more exciting social life, but you never get any invitations? Remember, you're in the driving seat. Take the first step and ask around the people you like to see more of. Okay. One thing I want to do, I do want to join a African dance class. My youngest child want to do that with me. I do want to write another book. I want to write books. I want to write a whole slew of books. I want to write so many books that you can just fill your bookshelf up with it. Because I have so much knowledge. And I don't want to go to the grave with this knowledge. I already still have my one book that I need to finish editing and re-upload it to Amazon. I'm on Amazon. I'm an author. Okay? But I got so much information. I got so much content. I can write books on top of books on top of books. I just need to sit down and do it. Period. Okay? So, that's half of my list right there. Now, rush around may need less activities in their schedule, not more. You may be so strongly conditioned toward constant doing that doing nothing doesn't appear on your list. It may actually be quite scary. Yet doing nothing, allowing yourself a little space to think, to dream, to enjoy a walk in nature may be just what's missing. If you just go, 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 some people just go, 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 go. Okay, they got to be doing something. But is it healthy? Is it benefiting your life? Y'all, my hair keep coming down. Is it benefiting your life? Is it benefiting you? Are you just doing it? And some people like that. They got to be doing something for somebody else. Or maybe you're a new mother. Maybe you're a father. Make sure you take some of that do for everybody else, for yourself, to make sure that you're in alignment with what Spirit has for your life. Period. Okay? If you are depressed, it is really important to start moving. Whether your depression is due to those inner voices or to outer circumstances. If it's caused by unhappy life events like bereavement, redundancy, or divorce, it's a natural response. Okay? Listen, give yourself time to heal, because shit happened. All right, you need to go through the grieving process before you feel fully yourself again. This can be true after a relationship breaks up just as much as following a death. But don't allow it to go on forever. Some people seem to stay stuck in their grief. If this is your case, it's important to take action and move yourself out of the slough of despair, to leave that unhappy past behind and take on new ventures, a new job or voluntary work, a new hobby, or any interest that will move you forward and open up new horizons. I feel like I'm gonna give it a high number, 75% through the grieving process with my mom. But them days where I break down, and I know I'm getting better, I break down for like maybe 5 minutes. And it don't be, you know what I'm saying? I break down, I maybe scream, I'll be like, oh, mom, I miss you, while I'm driving. Hits me early in the morning, I'm driving. And I think, my profession brings it on, because I'm going to take care of somebody else's mother. And because y'all know I'm going with that. But it doesn't last long. And I get through it and I have a good day. So I know I'm getting better. But sometimes I still feel like maybe I do need a counselor. Maybe Spirit be telling me that. But I do have friends. They counsel people, ministers and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about it. Maybe a grief counselor. But we'll play it by ear. Perhaps your depression is due to life circumstances, such as unemployment or the loneliness of being a single mother with small children. Don't let depression hold you back from helping yourself. Write down the aspects of your life that are making you unhappy. What can be changed? Can you get together with other people in the same boat to support each other, or join a self-help group? Make some kind of move, however small. Perhaps you are depressed simply because you're depressed. You don't like or love yourself much. Make a point of behaving as if you do. Depressed people often skip meals and don't bother about looking after their surroundings. A good start to defeating the negative inner voices is to look after yourself. Include in your new program a commitment to preparing proper meals and eating them slowly. Invite yourself to a particularly nice meal once a week. Give yourself treats. Keep your bedroom and bed linen tidy, fresh and clean, as if for a valued guest. As I said earlier, sometimes it's necessary to get help. It is not a sign of weakness to see a counselor or a psychotherapist. You've only got to listen to the radio phone-ins, to agony aunts and uncles, to realize that you're not alone in needing help, and also how helpful even a few minutes with a professional can be. Maybe getting help could be included on your list. Okay? That is some powerful information. And I'm almost done here. That's some powerful information. Depression. Depression, you don't want to, like they say, you don't want to look after yourself. You don't want to look after your surroundings. First things first. Get yourself cleaned up. Go take a shower. Make sure your hair is, get yourself cleaned up. And if your house or your room or whatever is just out of order, get some help. Okay, if you just let it get out of order, call somebody in, a maid service to help you get things in order, and then you keep it that way. You know. All right, playtime. Most of our, yes, it said playtime. Y'all know I'm all about the playtime, baby. Okay, most of our activities have a secondary purpose to earn a living or keep the family and household going. One of the greatest pleasures of creative activities is doing them simply for their own sake because you enjoy them. An awful lot of our spare time entertainment consists of watching other people in action on television, at the cinema, or in sports matches. How much time do you spend actually doing something really enjoyable? Most people have a creative side that doesn't always get a look in. Whether you're overstressed or not stressed enough, there's probably a corner of your mind in which there's an unfulfilled wish that you've taken up music. I wish that I would have learned how to play the piano, but it's not too late. Honey, I learned how to play the piano and I'm singing. Oh, you couldn't tell me shit. So I don't know. I may. I still may do it, okay? Or painting or hang gliding. Anybody want to hang glide? I'm praying for you. Or acquire a degree. But of course, now it's too late and you're too busy or too old. That unfulfilled part of you may be contributing toward keeping you awake. You know, one thing about nursing, I was like, okay, when I was younger, I had my kids, I tried to go to nursing, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the whole rabbit hole. But then I was reading in my nursing book. I was in school one time reading my nursing book, and I was, a little bit younger. And I don't know why that stuck with me. But it said in the nursing book that there's ladies that become a nurse. I'm getting emotional at the age of 70 and do well. I'm not gonna wait that long, but just to see that, like, wow, become a nurse in your 70s and do well, that was a game changer for me. Okay, just play it by ear. Spirit will let you know. You don't have to be brilliantly talented to enjoy singing with a choir or the pleasure of putting colors on canvas. You don't have to be a genius to enjoy the stimulation and companionship of a creative writing class or the fun of belonging to an amateur theatrical group. Maybe you feel you've never exercised your brain enough. Don't forget about online learning tools or studying at an evening class or by correspondence. Even if you don't think you're particularly clever or creative, or your domestic setup makes it difficult to get out to classes, skills like knitting or crochet, which engage your mind and hands gently, can be very satisfying. Some people find doing jigsaw puzzles immensely soothing too. Growing plants, acquiring a pet. Growing plants, acquiring a pet. Joining a cookery class. There are all ways in which you can take your mind away from anxiety or loneliness or depression and focus it on something that gives you pleasure. This is something you can do all the time, incidentally. So often we move about the world abstractly, ruminating about the past or the future and missing out on present pleasures. Make a point of noticing what gives you pleasure or lifts your spirit as you go through the day. However small, a child's smile, the colors of nature, the sight of a brilliantly colored flower stall. Do you pass these things by, or do you take them in and allow them to nourish your spirit? I will do it in a minute. I'm an artsy person. I'm a very creative person, and I love to seize the moments. Okay, I could see an older couple in the store holding hands or taking care of each other, and I just let that sink in and touch my heart and feel those emotions. That's healthy. I can see a baby playing. We hardly see children playing outside anymore, or a little boy riding a bike, being reckless. We barely see that anymore, and it's because of the world that we live in. But when I see those things, I seize the moment, just to appreciate and show gratitude to Creator and to that moment that you're able to witness that. I was with some clients yesterday. They've been together all their life. The husband is on a walker, the wife, they're older, but she gets around good. living in a nice, beautiful facility, had a good life. And to see her, I was there to help, but she still did a lot for her husband. But to see her talk to him so kind and so loving and take care. And I was like, you want me to do that? She said, no, I got it. You go ahead and sit down and eat. And they bought me lunch. It was dinner. And just to see how she treated her husband, it was like, because I've seen being with couples where the wife talked to the husband like he wasn't shit. And that broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, never give up on love. That's the message I got. Like, and they're here together, and they're going through, and she got him some spaghetti from the cafe. And I asked him, I said, Mr. So-and-so's the spaghetti good? He said, it's all right. He said, but I like it better when my wife make it. I said, eh. Y'all know I was just like, oh my God, seize the moment. That's my point. That helps your whole brain function too, and getting them heartstrings and everything. All right. Sis said no to the hang gliding. Me too. Not doing it. And we're not doing no scuba diving either. I can swim, but I ain't scuba nobody diving. All right. Put your full attention on whatever you are doing at the time when you're doing it, whether it's working, walking, or washing up. You see that? Every moment counts. Let your thinking mind off the hook for a few minutes. Pause and be aware of your physical body, of your feet on the ground, and your surroundings. If you are out walking, simply look at and experience the sights or sound without getting involved in a long train of thought. Gradually, you will learn to switch off that overbusy mind and give it and you a rest. I've learned that, honey. I go for a good walk. I'm looking at the trees. I'm looking at the birds. I'm looking at the water. You know what I'm saying? Just seizing a moment. Happiness, the opposite of anxiety and depression, is only ever found in the present moment. We look back with nostalgia, thinking if only things had been different, or forward to achievements we believe will make us feel good, or we believe that someone else could make us happy if only they would behave differently. If you remember the real moments of happiness in your life, you will know that they don't really depend on other people or events, but on feeling good with yourself. Living in the present helps us to accept ourselves as we are without judging ourselves by other people's standards. It takes practice. It may not come easily at first, but it's another habit that can be cultivated. And if it's a healing habit, one woman totally cured her depression by living in the present, giving up on all regrets about the past and fears for the future. It's also a habit you can take to bed with you. Instead of worrying about whether or when you are going to get to sleep, simply be with yourself in the present moment, regretting nothing, expecting nothing, giving your body and mind permission to let go and rest. This was a beautiful chapter. I want to tell the world about this. I'm going to share this. I'll be damned. I want to meet this woman. She needs an Oscar. She needs a trophy. I never heard. I hope anybody dealing with insomnia would just watch this. I want a lot of people. That was beautiful. I can't even put it into words. That was beautiful. If she was here, if she was my friend, I'll call her. I'll go to her house and give her a hug because that really blessed me. For real. That's it. That's the chapter. That's it. That was powerful. Scuba diving. Oh, that's a hell to the no. Right. Not doing it. I don't belong down there in no waters. They ain't up here bothering me. I ain't going down there bothering them. Period. Somebody say, well, I'ma go, baby. Make sure you call me to do a protection spell before you go down there in them deep waters. Okay? First of all, I don't want that salt up in my skin. And blowing in there. No, I'm alright. I'm good. Because the first time I see something, and I got anxiety, what? You come and get me. Pull me up to the top quick. But anyway. That was beautiful. I hope that something that I said, that I shared tonight, was life changing. I know this chapter was really life changing for me. Helped me to recognize and realize, you know, Tayi, while you still have the strength in your body, while you still have the opportunity, take advantage of the opportunities before me. You know, there's so much money out there. I remember last year I was gonna go to school for nursing, and she started telling me everything I need to do. I was looking at her like, she said, "Please don't give up. You'll be a good nurse." I was like, "I'm not doing all that shit." That's what my mind was. But now I'm like, "Girl, what else you got to do? You're not married, okay? Your kids are grown. What else you got to do? But keep your mind strong and young. You can do it." There was a job that came up in my email or something, and it was a facility that need a med tech, and they do the training. I was like, oh my gosh. So I applied for that. So hopefully I'll get a call from that. You know, that's another certification. I need to get recertified as a CNA. So that's the first step. First step. You know, I need to get recertified here in North Carolina as a CNA. Why not? I'm not gonna let it go. I'm gonna be doing something. And I'm still gonna have a business where I'm gonna do home health care. I'm not gonna. It's my love. I really love. I love this. I love what I do spiritually, and I love taking care of the elderly. You know, it is who I am. And I found a beautiful balance of you know, taking care of people, myself, and the world. You know, and I think it's great. It's something that I've acquired over the years. Not something that came overnight. I've been through, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. But I'm here, and I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? I went through it, and I'm still here, and still making an impact. That's where you want to be in your life. And I told y'all, and I'm going to close with this. I told y'all, get to a place where you can get up early in the morning and sit with yourself and feel that gratitude and feel that peace. You feel something in your body. You can listen to spirit, and spirit will tell you what you need to do. But then after you do all of that, go to the mirror in the morning and smile at yourself. That's what I do. Somebody said, smile at yourself. Yes. Smile at yourself. Say, girl, I love you. Say, you know what? You is that dude. Whatever. However you identify. But smile at yourself and be proud of yourself. I can remember there's some things I wanted to do. My mama, she would say, you know, I know you wanted to be an anchor woman on the news and blah, 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 and everything. And then I felt like I failed myself when I became a young mother. And I chose, you know, to have a family. And I'm glad I'm so happy I got my babies, my grown babies. But it was times I just felt like shit. Like, I didn't finish college. You know what I'm saying? I was just sitting there with this, like the book said, just dwelling in my past, feeling like a failure. Even in my late 20s, my 30s, especially after I had cancer, I was like, oh my gosh, am I ever going to get the life that I want, you know? And I can remember my mom would call me, or I would go see her, and she would say, I'm proud of you. And I'm looking around, I'm looking under the table and around like, who she? You proud of me? She said, yes, I'm proud of you. And she began to tell me, she didn't tell me, at one time it was like that, but she didn't tell me you coulda, shoulda, woulda. She's like, you're a good mother. Look what you're doing now. She began to celebrate me for the choices that I made for my life. And she was proud of me. And so I want to say that to you. Whatever choices you made for your life, okay, I'm proud of you. And you have to have peace and be content with that. Yes, be better. That is my whole message. I'm always preaching. Be greater, do more, be greater, be better. Of course. But wherever you are right now, if you ain't somewhere torturing somebody, trying to chop somebody's head off, I'm proud of you. I just want to tell you what mama told me. It made a difference. And when I think about that and the things that I want to accomplish, that's why I put that post on Facebook. I can hear her say, you smart. You can do anything you want to do. You can do anything you want to do and be good at it. And if you try something you're not good at, something else that you can try. Okay, put those notches in your belt. Okay? One thing my friend said about me, and I want y'all to make sure you can say this about yourself, that you lived your life. When I get to be 85, 90 years old, they're going to be like, that lady lives her life. And they'll be able to go back and look on YouTube or whatever's going on at that time, and be able to look at when I, was on here helping people. And they'll be like, she lives her life. She did this, she did that, she did this. And believe it or not, I have people that despise me for that. They despise me for that. They break up being friends. Oh, she got all these irons in the fire. Well, how is that hurting you? I'm multi-gifted, multi-talented, and you mad? Y'all, I can never understand that. True story. People have stopped talking to me or talk shit about me because I have a lot of things going on. Don't make sense, do it. And help them in a lot of things that I had going on. They was on my shows. I helped them with their and talk shit about me. That's stupid. You know what that is? And I'm not gonna sugarcoat. It's pure jealousy. Pure jealousy. And they need to find their asshole from their asshole. Okay? Because I'm going to be nice. But that's just stupid. Stupid as hell. Because I decided, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And good at it. I'm not sure as to why. But some people just can do multiple things and be good at it. And I'm not selfish with it. Y'all know I'm going to help whomever I can. But there's some effed up shit, man. That happened to me this year. I can show you screenshots of that. Anyway. Woosah. Woosah. Okay? But do more. Be greater. All right? Shine, baby, shine. No matter what they say. And live your life and have a well-spent day so you can have a peaceful night. That's the story. That's the message. That's it. Pass it on. Thank you, sis. Thank you. I'm done, y'all. And I went in a tangent and everything, and I finished at 10:33. Okay. Next Tuesday, a change of pace. I'm excited about this. Like I said, I don't read ahead. I may glance, but I kind of like to get in a moment with y'all and allow spirit to flow. That'll be chapter 10. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more chapters to go, and this has been phenomenal. And then we'll get into talking about money our next episode after we finish this. A change of pace is what we'll do next Tuesday. Okay. I'm going to do a quick reading and then we out of here. Let's do an oracle card. Okay, let's just oracle cards. This really made me feel good. I really enjoyed sharing this with y'all tonight. I love when topics come up and I'm just able to flow in the wisdom, that Spirit has given me. Like I said, I prayed for wisdom. The Spirit has given it to me. And I love sharing it with the world. Okay, Spirit, what is that you want to tell us tonight to encourage us? Okay. All right, I have 4 cards here popped out really quick. The first card is your energy is sacred. Your energy is sacred. Don't allow anyone to destroy that energy around you. That goes with what I said in the beginning. If you are peaceable, level-headed, um, person that's easy to get along with, loving, kind. Maybe you're a fighter, but you know how to harness that energy. You know when to shut your mouth. You pick and choose your battles. That's because you know your energy is sacred and you just can't put it out there. You can't, cast your pearls before the swine, so to speak. You will not stand in the shadow of another. There's only one you. Okay? There's only one you. You ain't got to be a carbon copy of somebody else. Okay? Be you. Be you. Yes, you have your children. Then they have, you have your little mini-me's or whatever, but they still have, they're not standing in your shadow. They just got some traits like you, even your mentees, like my mentees. I said, be yourself. Yes, you'll get some things like me, but you will not stand in my shadow because you're your own original. You're not a carbon copy. It's okay for me to cry when I need to. I know spirit is talking, okay? Like I said, if you're grieving over a relationship, over a loved one, or you just trying to heal over whatever, it's okay to cry, baby, but don't stay in there long. But what's harmful is when you try to hold that shit in and say, I'm okay, I'm okay. Me and my babies, I ask, my young adult children, are you okay? My oldest child said, she'll tell you in a minute. Having a day, mama. But we let each other have our moments and we get through it. So if you need to cry, it's all right. But if your cry get too deep, this is what I do. I said, Spirit, to please help me. If I'm crying about my mom, I say, Mama, please help me. And she'll give me a memory. She'll say something to me. Just call on your help. You understand? If that's Jesus, if that's Buddha, if that's Muhammad Ali, I'm being funny. Whoever that is, just don't stay there long. And guess what, y'all? Spirit is really talking to us. We're closing with, I am becoming a better person every day. If you're here on my channel, that's what we do. We do what we do. We become better every day. All right? I love it. So your energy is sacred. You will not stand in the shadow of another. It's okay for me to cry if I need to. And I am becoming a better person every day. I know I am. And if you hanging with me, you are too. All right. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tonight. It was phenomenal. Sis, thank you for being here. And those of you that popped in, thank y'all. Thank y'all for your support. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all keep me inspired. You keep me encouraged. And here I am. Here I am. Still out here. I'm out here. And I love it. Okay? All right. Have a wonderful week. I'm chiming out. And I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I see y'all next week. Bye-bye.